Hello and welcome, everybody. My name is Brad Herold. I'm the host today of the Sunset Rewind Golf Season Special. Sunset Rewind has been known previously mostly for covering football, but now we're branching off into many other sports. And today I'm here to talk about golf. I have Coach Scott Tarnow, the head coach of the men's and women's golf team, but today we're here to talk about the men's team because the season's about to start. And I have special relationship with Coach. Both my sons played for him over the years, and he's a great guy, and I'm really looking forward to talking to him and just catching up with him about, the program and the schedule and the kids that are coming up. And so I'm really excited about it, and Sunset Rewind is trying to change the way high school sports is covered. And so one of the new ways is through something like this avenue, a podcast. And so we're here talking about the golf team at Newport Harbor High. Coach Scott Tarnow has been the head coach for 24 years. And just real quick, just everybody welcome Coach Scott Tarnow to the show. Coach, how are you?
I'm great. Thanks to be here, and looking forward to answering some questions and highlighting the team and the boys and their accomplishments, and looking forward to a great season. Yeah,
good. I've looked over the roster, and I've kind of recognized some of the names, which is cool. So why don't you just start off by telling us about, what does your team look like? Talk about the kids.
Well, we have a mixture of some returning varsity players and then a few guys that are up and coming that are hungry for golf and, ready to go. So the first semester is getting the guys all together, getting them to know one another, and then understanding the difference between playing for yourself and playing for a team. Understanding that it's 9 holes a lot of the time for the matches, so have to play a little bit differently. And then probably the biggest thing is getting them to understand that they can't take as many chances as they might normally have, keeping their mental game focused, because they might not be having that great of a day, but sometimes a poor score, as long as it's one less than the other person struggling, then you win. So getting them to understand that, working together, having that positive mindset, and just being out there for fun is a big part of the game.
Right. Talk about the kids personally. I see the roster here. I see, some of these names are familiar. If I had my glasses, I could actually read them. Hold on a second here.
Okay.
I've got the Dodman brothers. I remember them.
They've graduated.
Oh, so this is an old roster.
It probably is.
Oh boy. All right. Yeah, Gavin and Josh Dodman, Ben Glasson. Yeah, those guys are all great. Tyler Richardson.
So Tyler
no wonder
Richardson,
why I remember them. They're not here anymore.
Tyler Richardson is still here. He is a senior. He is a returning MVP. Made an incredible advancements in his game last year. Played several rounds under par. He went and represented our team in CIF and got to the regional championships. So he had an incredible season. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. He's been working really hard. He wants to play at the next level. He's probably going to play at COD, he's planning to play at Orange Coast College.
Okay.
And there, hopefully he can move on from there, depending on how he plays there.
I mean, you and I know that you don't win or lose a match based on your number 1 and number 2 player. Where the matches are generally won is in the 5, 6, 7 player.
It's the depth.
And so how does the team look at the lower end? I don't want to say the lower end, but the
supporting cast.
Yeah, the bottom half of the team.
So a little bit of both. So you can't win without your first and number 1 and number 2 playing well. But if they play poorly, you're probably not going to win. The 4, 5, 6, 7. So we play 5 out of 7. 5 best scores out of 7 players. So we have a lot that are very close in their scores. So another returning player, Bill Handcock, basically was a football player / golfer, made his own decision to move to golf, very talented, has a lot of potential, played incredibly well last year, basically peaking at the end of the year, shooting an under par round at Los Serranos during CIF as an individual. So he came back. We just had our first tournament the other day, and he shot 2 over par at Los Serranos, which was a very good score to start the season off. But when you say the 5-6 scores, it's just trying to get them to realize that, I'm not playing to my potential. That putt didn't fall, but that's okay because I'm here for the team. So
because a 7's better than an 8.
Correct. So trying to get them to understand that there's no difference between a birdie putt and a bogey putt. They all count for one, whether it's a 300-yard drive or a 2-foot putt.
Right.
Have the same focus and determination, and once it's done, it's the next shot. So we have James Nye also is a senior.
Okay.
Worked really hard. He wants to, lead the team and do really well this year. We have a couple of up-and-comers. Kyle Johnson has worked very hard.
How old's he?
He is a junior, and he's taking lessons. I see him at the golf course all the time.
He's got the fever.
And I can just see, it takes 2 seconds to walk out there, and I'm watching their swing, and I can see the differences, their mannerisms, the way they set up. I'm like, okay, they've taken their game to the next level. So we have a lot of guys. We've actually changed the program quite a bit because CIF has changed. So I've expanded the program, been more inclusive. We've normally kept about 22 golfers because I want to get everybody to play. But we've expanded it. I ran it past administration to see if, what they thought. I'm like, hey, I can use this as a tool to get them to go to school, get good grades, not break any school rules, provide them with instruction. What do you think? And they loved it. So we've expanded the program. We actually have 45 guys on the team.
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
Yeah. So today's meeting was a little chaotic. So I've been used to my system. So this is all new for me too. So we're going to see if it works. I hope it does.
Yeah.
I've already had some really positive feedback. My son was so excited to make the team that you weren't cutting anybody. And, he's already, talking about this and that. And I'm like, okay, so
that's what high school sports is all about.
And that's what it's all about. So
Everybody
if I can
playing with their buddies.
if I can provide some kids with the ability to be able to get to the point where they can play golf on a golf course legitimately with etiquette and speed, I feel like
You're
I've
a
done
success.
that. I'm a success.
You're a success.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
some of the biggest successes were when we had some of our worst scoring teams. So it's always great. Each season has some memorable moments that just can't be replaced, and so it's just like looking forward and not understanding exactly where they're coming from.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I did notice that you've got the schedules out, and you've got some pretty, there's some new teams in the Sunset League. Talk about a little bit about what the competition looks like. Do you know any of the other schools and their players, or how does it look for the team?
So Sunset League, I think, is one of the toughest in California. The last few years, we've had 2 divisions: the surf and the wave.
Which you guys are the 2-time defending Wave League champions.
Yes, first time we've ever done that. Defended the title. Yes. We lost Laguna Beach, and they've moved into a new division.
Okay.
So we have 7 teams. There is no longer divisions, so we're just a 7-team league. So there will be more matches. I think that our league is tremendously talented. Some of the best golfers in California are coming from where we're at. Edison is a powerhouse. Los Alamitos is a powerhouse. CDM is a powerhouse. It seems like somebody from our league is winning CIF practically every year, or coming pretty close to that. So, it's Huntington Beach. Huntington Beach is going to be tremendous this year. So they just finished second in the tournament, and so I would expect each match to be very close. But what I think makes golf the most exciting is that in the other sports, you can usually see an advantage. Somebody has an advantage, but in golf, the big advantage is the golf course. So you really can be a team that is a lesser quality team can beat a better overall team
because they fit the golf course
because of the
better.
home course advantage.
Right.
So if your team knows that golf course up, down, and sideways, the other team might be able to beat you on almost every other golf course out there, but not that one.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes the matches a lot more exciting.
Mm-hmm. And where does Newport Harbor play their home matches?
We're playing our matches at Costa Mesa.
Okay.
So we play some of them on Mesa Linda and some of them on Los Lagos based on course availability.
Okay.
Yeah.
When does the season start? Soon, yes?
So it's already started. Well, the first tournament has already started.
Okay, right. That was the Los Serranos tournament?
Los Serranos tournament.
And are you going to play in the Costa Mesa Estancia Invitational? Is that what it's called?
Yes. We've won that a few times. I believe your son might have been on one of those winning teams.
He was.
Great moments. So we will definitely do that. That's probably the best tournament that they enjoy the most. Mm-hmm. Our next tournament is Monday.
Okay.
Glendora. So we'll be playing Glendora Country Club.
Okay.
Leaving early morning, and then it's each of these tournaments has a very unique system set up of how they want to run it. So the one we just had was just a traditional best 5 scores out of 6.
Uh-huh.
We had our varsity and our JVs out there. The Glendora tournament is we are bringing 2 3-man teams. So it's just an aggregate of your 3 players against everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Glendora is bringing people from all over the place, so the winning score is going to be extremely good.
Uh-huh. Have the boys got a practice round on the course?
No. So private country club.
It's tricky. I've played it before, and it's cool. But
I already
tricky.
told them. I go, this is going to be a challenging golf course.
Yeah.
So I just try to tell them, look, just have fun.
Absolutely.
We're not out there to, if we win, great, but you got to go out there and enjoy the company with each other.
Absolutely.
The camaraderie between the guys is really good. They all know each other very well. So yeah, they'll have a good time. And then the Costa Mesa is, it's a point system. So you get points for birdies and eagles and stuff like that. And it's 4-man teams. So they really like that quite a bit. And it's our home course, so we do well on that quite often.
Right, good. What other schools participate in that particular tournament?
Well, the Los Serranos tournament that we just had just about every team in our league.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so you can kind of get a barometer.
How did you guys do in that?
We were a few strokes back of Edison and CDM. I think we beat Marina and Fountain Valley. So I usually break it down into, like, instead of it being a 18-hole score, I break it down to a 9 to see how close we are. So it's a few strokes when it comes down to 9 holes. So usually with Costa Mesa, if we play well, we're going to beat just about everybody.
Who were the standouts? Who played really well? Who's like looking up?
Okay, well, the top players I would say is Tyler Richardson for sure. Senior, returning MVP, has all of the background experience and the drive. He's working really hard. Bill Handcock. Also,
no, I just mean in the tournament, like who played really well.
Sunny Hills won it. Sunny Hills usually is a ridiculous powerhouse. They have very few students, but they have all the best golfers in the world.
Who played really well for Newport Harbor?
Bill Handcock shot 2 over par for the varsity. And then we have an up-and-comer on JV who's just kind of gotten into golf, switched from baseball, sophomore Jackson Madonna.
Okay.
Also shot 2 over par on a different golf course, but still same conditions, same golf course. So he's really fired up and playing a lot.
Nice. Very good. All right. Just being an alumni parent of the Newport Harbor golf program, one of the things I loved the most about our experience with the Harbor Golf Program is your, drive to not that the golf wasn't the most important thing going on in the golf program. That it was the development of a man and of a kid into a man. Talk a little bit about what your principles are, your theories are on. Their grades and their development, their character development, that type of stuff.
Yeah, well, I played high school and college baseball, and I got into golf through a friend of mine on the team, and I was like, I want to play golf for the rest of my life, and this is a good opportunity. And I swore to myself if I ever became a coach that I would make it fun and there would be some development other than just the sport, because I didn't have the greatest time. So when I became the coach, which still unbelievable, and I'm thankful every day for the opportunity that Newport Harbor has provided me. So they are a student athlete, and we want them to, and they are told every day,
They're a student athlete, not an athlete student.
Correct.
Right.
So they are to go to school. They are to do all their homework. They can't have missing assignments. They can't be late to class. They can't be a problem. I want to be able to talk to teachers and say that they can be grouped with anyone, that they're participating in class. They're not breaking any school rules. And then I'm trying to teach them life lessons. So when we have meetings every week, we're going to have homework that has to do with golf, but a vast majority of it is going to be life lessons. And I try to make it something that's interesting to them. And it pertains to their future, but it also helps them to reflect upon how lucky they are to have the families that they have, where they live, their health, their future, to work hard, to be appreciative. So I think that as young men, they need to be constantly reminded. And I also tell them that, some of you guys are going to think I'm crazy because I'm going to keep repeating myself. But they call me up and they tell me, I needed to hear that over and over again, and keep doing it. So they get a lot of homework on responsibility, personal growth and development. They have homework
Compound
assignments.
interest.
Yeah.
That was one I heard.
Yeah, we teach them about credit cards and how to invest and Roth IRAs and how to give back to your family and think about other people, and just because you don't see things a certain way, and to be respectful of others and go out of your way, and that's really what it's all about. And once you start to learn that, then it actually makes you feel even better doing it, and it's not a chore. And if we can teach the younger kids to do that, then everyone kind of benefits from that.
Yeah.
So
and sports just in general, golf in particular, teaches kids lessons of perseverance and commitment and teamwork and all the things that come out of most sports. Golf is no different, except, golf has the added benefit of teaching them about etiquette and, dressing appropriately and those types of things. And so it's good. It's a good avenue to teach them those things that they're not only going to need just on the golf team, but when they go to a business meeting, or when they ask a girl out on a date, or when they go meet a girl's parents, or whatever. Those are all really good things to make sure that they know about and are able to do it properly.
You just sparked my thoughts when you said ask a girl on a date, and we've talked about that too. We're not going to say let's not ask a girl out on a date through a text.
Yeah.
Let's if you have to do it that way, then you're probably not ready to ask her out on a date.
Right.
So and I'll get guys that will say, hey, I heard what you said, and this is what I did, and it worked out amazing. I'll get phone calls, hey, I got my Roth IRA going, it feels amazing. So I think what I also teach is, I really feel that there's energy in the universe that you you emit that. So if kids come to me and they share something positive, and I just kind of, yeah, great, and blow them off, they've given me some positive energy, and I've filled them with negative energy.
Stifled it, yeah.
And so they go in different directions. But if I send out positive vibes to 150 or 200 kids on a daily basis, I'm going to be receiving a lot of positive energy, interested in what they're doing. And so I want them to kind of do the same thing.
Not only that, those 150 kids that are receiving positive vibes from you are going to go emit it to another 150 kids.
That is the process.
Compounding
that we're hoping
interest.
For. That's right. That's what we're shooting for. That's
Yeah,
what we're shooting for.
definitely.
I want them to be the leaders. I tell them that they're the cream of the crop, and that they need to be inclusive and reach out to the ones that maybe are not as easy to reach. I feel as a teacher, my job is, the top kids are easy. Like, I get paid to help the kids that need a little bit more extra attention. So.
Well, good. Coach, it's been a great time getting back together with you and seeing you again. And how's your personal game? How's your golf game? Is it okay?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, it comes and goes, as you know. I've had a few great moments. I'm a member of the Costa Mesa Men's Club, so won a couple of tournaments out there. So, yeah, it's
Good.
pretty good.
Good. Well, good. Coach, it was great to see you. Thanks for coming into Sunset Rewind. We hope you have a great season, and yeah, good luck, and good luck with all the kids, and hopefully I'll get out to some matches and maybe get some interviews with the boys after they come off the course.
Oh, I think that would be great. They actually, when I told one of them that I was doing this, and like, well, I think you should be inviting the team captain to participate. And I was like, oh man, these guys are ready to go.
Who is the team captain?
We have 2 on JV and 2 on varsity.
Okay.
So this year we have James Nye and Bill Hancock.
Okay, good. Very good. We will. I'll make sure and interview
I think
them.
they would be ready.
Stat.
They are ready to go.
Definitely.
I was like, yeah.
Okay, very good. All right. Thanks, Coach.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.